Part of the reason for that, it's speculated, is because he's unhappy with the government on the position of banning uranium sales to India. Let's hear from both Martin Ferguson and Kevin Rudd on that.
You're very familiar with the Australian government's policy on these matters, and these matters are often the subject for debate at our annual conferences or semi-annual conferences of the Australian Labor Party. Come on and watch the discussion and watch the debate. Yeah,
Personal view on uranium export?
I'm looking forward very much to the Australian Labor Party National Conference.
Mr. Ferguson, what about
I'm looking forward to the debate too.
I think I know where those two are headed. Now, I think the point, though, that Craig Emerson was making is, if there isn't unambiguous statement from the conference floor that that uranium ought to be sold to India, then federal cabinet will have no choice but to fall in line.
Well, on this issue, it appears to be they're looking for an out of some description. They want the conference to. This is how I would interpret Martin Ferguson and possibly Kevin Rudd. They would like the party conference to give them permission to take the pragmatic decision to sell their particular principle on this issue, which is whether they should or shouldn't trade uranium with India. Now, of course, the first principle in this debate is non-proliferation, but that doesn't seem to matter so much anymore.
The more difficult decision out of national conference might be if they say no, you can't sell it to India. I think that would actually, but that would actually be much more difficult for them. I think.
I don't agree with George. I think the first principle is double standards. We sell uranium to China. They're an authoritarian communist dictatorship. We don't sell it to India, which is the largest democracy in the world.
And that's why India regards it as discriminatory.
I was in India a couple of years ago. The feeling, and I spoke to very senior people in the Indian administration and government, the feeling in India against Australia at the time was lethal. There was contempt for Australia's position. So when people say the Indian government doesn't feel strongly about this, they may not say it all publicly, but my God, they feel it privately.
Yeah, Julie Bishop has made the same point.